Welcome to Tourism Insights podcast series. Our today's guest is Mr. Bastien Blanc, CEO, PC Hospitality, Hashoo Group.
Pakistan is a real tourism gem. Very interesting because the visuals that the country has got are actually so diverse that people are not aware of them. One key element, which is always a weakness that we try to support through the Hashoo School and also the Hashoo Foundation, is the level of education, strengthening the ecosystem of the city or the region. Multan, that has the largest sports facility thanks to the golf that you can find in the whole Asia. So you need more trust and interest from local tourists to remember to visit and to know their country first. The caring element is, for me, is always the most important.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, and once again, welcome to Tourism Insights podcast series. Our today's guest is Mr. Bastien Blanc, CEO, PC Hospitality, Hashoo Group. Thank you very much, Mr. Bastien, for being here. First of all, since you have been in Pakistan for the last 2 years, I would like to ask you a little reflection of your experience in Pakistan.
Well, Pakistan is a real tourism gem for a simple reason is that at the end of the day, I've been blessed enough to be able to travel the country from north to south, south to north, east to west, west to east, and discover many cities and areas that you're talking about historical tourism, that you're talking about religious tourism, that you're talking about mountaineers tourism. There are so many different tourism available in the country. Additionally to this, or this being related to the fact that the country being the steepest in the world, because we have to remember that the country at the lowest point, sea level in Karachi, so zero level, up to above 8,000 meters with K2. So this steepness of the country is providing so many natural landscape beside all the rest, which are really making it a gem of tourism. When I send pictures around, when I'm traveling throughout the country, to my friends in Asia or in Europe or in North America, and I send the picture, I don't tell them where I am. Very often they mix it up with other countries. Oh. So if I send a mountain, they think that I'm next door. Oh. If I send the area of Naran, where you have the nice little green valleys and the river, they think I'm in Switzerland. If I send the rice field that you have in the north of Faisalabad, they think I'm in Vietnam. So it's very interesting because the visuals that the country has got are actually so diverse that people are not aware of them. When I've sent a picture of the desert in Skardu, people are telling me, "Oh, you're in Saudi this week?" I say, "No, I'm not. I'm in the mountains, in the second highest desert in the world." Yeah. And all those natural beauty are also a strength of the country. So definitely lots of opportunities and a great place to be for tourism.
I think you have really summed up well. My next question to you is that since you are operating properties from south to north up, I think probably every city have one or two hotels of your brand, Apple Continental, PC Legacy, Hotel One. So it means you are dealing with different cultures through these destinations. So what key challenges you see in Pakistan hospitality landscape? If those are addressed, we will be able to harness the potential of Pakistan tourism industry, which we always talk about.
So thank you for mentioning the hotels. It's true that right now we're operating 38 hotels. By the end of the year, we'll be close to 60 hotels. We are blessed enough again to have so many brands that we're able to address different markets. Will it be the big cities with the businesses through Pearl Continental Hotels, or the smaller cities, secondary cities with Hotel One Vogue, or some of the largest vacation spots that can be addressed as well, or secondary business spots with PC Legacy properties. So it gives us a really good picture of the country overall. One key element, which is always a weakness that we try to support through the Hashoo School and also the Hashoo Foundation, is the level of education. Because what we see is that as a tourism developer and as we own, we manage and we franchise properties, we see that the impact on new opening in some of the cities is really a strong economical impact. Yeah. We're not just opening a hotel. We are creating jobs at the hotel and around the hotel, so strengthening the ecosystem of the city or the region. And this comes with people getting employed. But for them to get employed, they need to have some of the skills that sometimes they don't have. So through the Hashoo Foundation, we have already trained over 1 million Pakistanis throughout the country, men and women, in order to provide vocational skills. Will it be mostly related to hospitality? Will it be in the kitchen, the reception, housekeeping, service staff? And this way we help them to be able to get a job, not only within our hotels and our restaurants, but also within the tourism as a whole. Because that's one of the weaknesses that we have as a country, is the level of education throughout the country is a bit unequal, and definitely a lack of technical trainings available throughout the country. So I always say that behind every single team member, there is a family. So when we're able to develop the skills of a team member, and we're able behind it to feed a family or support a family, that's also part of supporting tourism in the country, because that way you make it sustainable for the years to come. It's not just opening a hotel, it's opening a destination, supporting a destination to remain sustainable beyond your own property, but as an overall destination for tourists.
Excellent. I think great point. Since we are talking about different tourism products, like we talk about adventure tourism, we talk about religious tourism. Two areas I would like to ask you that have you seen it and do you see the potential of those? One is agri-tourism, because around the world, if we look at it, these farm stays and this area is really growing. And another part is wellness tourism, because when I look at these two, I believe that people, those opt for these two types, are going to stay a little longer in the hotel or places. So do you see the potential in Pakistan for these two areas? And is there any big brand also trying to jump into this side? Because when I look at around the world, now some big brands, even in US and Europe markets, they are towards this farm stay and all that.
No, it's true that those are additional sort of tourism that can be further developed as well. But we need to remember where we are in terms of the evolution of the market. Each market is evolving at a certain speed. And basically, because I'm blessed enough again to have lived in more than 15 countries, to have seen different type of tourism development across North America, Europe, Asia, Central Asia, Africa, and things that come up systematically as a way to succeed is focusing on your point of entry. So like you know, or dear Saudi Arabia next door, is focusing on Umrah Plus. Yeah. Why? Because Umrah is the main point of entry, and Umrah Plus helps the people who are coming for Umrah to still stay a few more days, and you develop your tourism naturally, step by step. They are not going straight away for glamping only. They are trying to link it because you need a point of entry. For us here, the point of entry, the main 2 points of entries are the mountaineers and the religious tourism. If we are able to extend this with whatever type of tourism, like the one you mentioned wellness tourism, you mentioned agro-tourism, that will support definitely further the tourism. But if you think about it right now, agro-tourism, because of the logistic, might be a bit too early yet. And you can see that countries where the logistic, meaning roads, accesses, and so on, have not been fully developed yet, or are not strong enough in terms to enable really a larger number of tourists. They have challenges to use it as a main source of tourists. When talking about wellness, I would like to link to wellness sports. Because as much as you can talk about wellness, going for a couple of yoga retreats or things like this, but these are very punctual events. All the hotels which are doing this, and there are a couple of them, for instance, in the Hunza region, doing Hunza yoga retreat. We have done a few in our PC Legacy Hunza as well. But those are punctual events. What you need is locations that can really support business that can be throughout the year. And if you take the example of Rumanza by Pearl Continental in Multan, that has the largest sports facility thanks to the golf that you can find in the whole Asia. So actually it's the largest golf in Asia. Did you know it?
The Multan property.
Did you know it?
No.
Okay, it's a beautiful spot. Okay. And as well at the Romanza Vapor Continental, we have a huge wellness facilities with the massages, with the pool, with the fitness, all the equipment and so on. We give trainings and it's a fabulous destination. And that's what the wellness, tourism should be about. It's not just about having wellness available, but making sure that some destinations use wellness as a magnet to make sure that they become a destination themselves.
I think you have touched something very, very important and very closer to my heart, because in Pakistan, we are unable to develop alternate destinations. And the destination you have spoken right now is something which is in the south of Pakistan. Our problem mainly is that we would like to travel to north in winter and summer both, because on the south side, we don't have these destinations. So it means that one of the central destination of South is Multan. And if Multan have all that, probably we can bring people from up north, from Islamabad, to the south side in winters. And I think winter, we have a best weather in Multan and all that. So this is, I think, a contribution by your group in the south of Pakistan to help and support this south tourism, probably, because...
If I may, it's a question of talking about the destination, not only for the things we are used to. Yeah. So if I mention Multan, everybody talks to me about mangoes.
Yeah.
Great. The mangoes are amazing and we love the mangoes. Yeah. I'm a big fan of those mangoes. Yeah. But we need to talk about destination as the key golf destination in the country. We have agreements with different golf and all different hotels. So for instance, that you play golf in Bourbon, in Islamabad, or in Multan, you can play with Pearl Continental and the related golf courses. But it's very difficult right now to get people to talk about Pakistan as a golf destination, when actually Multan, so Romanza by Pearl Continental, is receiving many groups from abroad, coming from Canada, coming from UK, coming from UAE. There are nearly more groups coming from abroad than coming domestically, when the domestic market is still the strongest market that we have in Pakistan, because it represents more than 80% of the business that we do.
Yes.
So you need as well more trust, and that's what you were mentioning. That's why I wanted to link it. You need more trust and interest from local tourists.
Very true.
To remember to visit and to know their country first.
Yes.
Before even going around. And you can do it very easily, because you can go over a weekend. When I go to some engagements like today with the Pakistan Travel Mart, and I meet some Pakistanis, and I talk to them about different cities I've been to and I've been lucky enough to visit, they're telling me, but I've never been there and I've lived here my whole life.
Yeah.
Say, yes, you need to pay attention to what are the gems in your own country.
Yeah.
Correct.
Very true. No, I think Multan have got really, when I connect this wellness, there is a greater opportunity, because Multan is called City of Saints. You can really bring a lot of religious tourism to that place. People, those are abroad, Pakistanis, can be marketed, because Multan is a good destination. So I'm very happy to know that, southern side is being developed, because that is one of the key points. I would like to ask you that, since you have been, I have worked in 15 plus countries around the world, have seen Pakistani landscape now, I've worked with Pakistanis as well. What you suggest are you look at the human resource and the qualities, one or two key qualities in a person who can really thrive in hospitality industry. So what are those key qualities?
So I can see you don't work with PC Hospitality, because they will tell you there is one word I repeat every single day.
Okay.
And it's not about budget, forecast, standards, which are all of them very important. But the one word I repeat all the time is caring.
Okay.
Because you can be the best at knowing the standards, at even applying them. But if you don't care for the guests that you will welcome, you don't care for the team that you're working with, you will never be able to provide the right memories to the guests and to the team, the guests who are visiting you and the team who are working with you. So that's a strong skill to care.
Yeah.
And I always say this to the team when I go around, and I hear very often, oh, but this person doesn't have this education, doesn't have this. I say, but anyway, if you recruit somebody without this diploma, you will have to train them on those technical skills.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so why don't you take this one who has more passion and more care for the job? Because this will stay. And this care will stay for a long time. You know, I started my career with my grandmother at 5 years old in the kitchen of my grandmother. And that's how I got the passion for the business. And I've always been a bad student. I've never been at school, university or whatsoever. That's not my thing. But taking care of the team and taking care of the guest has always been at the heart of what I've been doing, and something I've been repeating to my different team over the years as the key thing to do. If you care, you will care about learning more for your guests to have a better stay. If you care, you will care about staying, that they had checking that they had a good stay, that they had a good time. You will care about your colleague to make sure that they are feeling well. So the caring element is, for me, is always the most important. We are hosts. I repeat to my GMs because, you know, sometimes, and I've been a GM for many years, when you're a GM, you think that the job is, oh, you have a big desk and you have a big chair, so now you're the boss. No, the GM, I learned many years ago that you need to treat the hotel like if it's a big house. And the GM is not a GM as a general in an army, but he's the main host. Yeah. And if he treats every person coming into his house, which is the hotel, will he be the team or will he be the guest? As he's welcoming them in his own house, a hotel cannot fail.
So true. I think you have said it so well that, you know, the general manager job is to taking full responsibility and staying at the forefront. So forefront means that you are really taking care of every small detail. And if you do that, so it means the care is the center point. So you have to care for everything around you. Correct. And I think you will be able to deliver exceptional experience to the guests.
People first.
Yeah, people first. Yeah, and the rest. So, my last question. One book you would like to recommend to the younger generation to read and thrive in this industry or overall in job?
So I'm going to, one that's coming out, I had the chance to have a look through it already. It's coming out soon, which is by a close friend of mine with based in Germany, actually. He's the managing director of a company in Germany. I cannot mention the name of the company, but I will mention the name of the book. So him and I have been working in hospitality for many, many years, and we travel all the time. And when you're on social media, the picture that you post is the one where you're doing a food tasting, you're spending a time with the team, you're by the seaside. So everybody thinks that the job is very easy, and it doesn't require much hard work. Yeah. So he titled his book, Always on Vacation.
Always on Vacation.
Wow. Christian Grash.
Oh, okay.
And you will see it's coming out officially soon.
Okay.
And I love the book because it defines, his title and the content define how people see the job.
Yeah.
And once you start reading how the job really is and how much commitment it requires to do it well.
So I think this is going to be an excellent read, and I would love to have that book. And in fact, I'll get that book and ask you to get a signature of the author for me. Yeah, because So once again, thank you very much, Bastien, for being here and for this candid conversation. It was a pleasure to have you on this podcast, and I'm sure that our hospitality people around Pakistan and around the world will be able to take some good points out of this conversation.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
Thank you very much.